This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
And look, everyone is up and about at Matilda's and they're excited, but here in Perth we were excited about something else way more than that, and that was the space junk that washed up on the beach. And I really do think it's a missed opportunity if you don't explore that. As
Well, what's going, Nathan? We've had space junk washing up the beach. We had a meteorite in Melbourne the other night.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
yeah.
This is
The end of the world is
It's coming.
It's close.
It's coming, and I'm
close.
fully prepared for
Nathan's
the
ready.
apocalypse. I know where I live, just around the corner from a
He's got a box
gunsmith.
with a torch in it.
And I know now what helicopters run on unleaded fuel as
You
well.
can't fly one, but you know what fuel.
No,
you
but
can fuel
no,
one
a
with.
helicopter, let's be honest, and helicopter
joystick.
pilots that are listening, it's not that hard, really, is it? You just turn
It's
it
like-
on and you just pull
I
the
like-
joystick up.
I like people who make plans. You know, you always got to make plans
Thank
in
you.
your own head. It's like I already have a plan.
Well-
If I because I often try to nominate the exit row on a plane so I can
Yes.
sit in there, and they give you the big talk.
Yes.
Will you help out in the emergency? And I look them straight in the eye and I say, bloody oath, I will help out.
Yes.
Yes.
But to be honest, I'm not sure if I will.
To be honest, if I was in that scenario, I would close the door behind me once I got out.
I am there for the extra leg room. I'm not there to be a hero, to be honest. But I know, I've worked out that the black box,
Yes.
basically, that just records audio. So as long as you just shut the hell up and
Sure.
don't panic and yell out, I'm not helping, I'm finishing my book, back off.
They won't know it's you. Yeah,
They
that
won't
you're
know.
you
They
caused
won't know.
everyone's death.
You got to plan ahead.
That is
That's my point.
preparation at its finest. Pete, when you were doing the family stuff, do you get to a point where everyone was over each other when you were cruising around?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my comedy. Do you get to the point where your wife says, enough? No, not really. There are times our kids, two of them came, and my oldest is 20. He stayed behind. He had uni, and so my 18-year-old and 14-year-old were with us. And what was quite lovely about it, we could go out for dinner, and then the kids would get bored eventually, and they would just go back. My 18-year-old would take the 14-year-old back to the room, and we would stay out for cocktails. So it was kind of ideal. We're at that ideal age to, they can have a bit of freedom, we can have a bit of freedom. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the right age. See, Sean, your 22-year-old still went on the family holiday and you paid for it, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that as long as he's there. But what I didn't, at some stage I was thinking, he's going to shout me a beer or two. And one stage I stung him down at the beach, when you're buying beers off
Yes.
the beach. And I didn't have any money on him, on myself on purpose. And I said, oh, mate, can you get this? So he paid for it. It was about 27 Australian dollars. So anyway, fast forward an hour later, we're out for dinner. And he said, Dad, you got that money?
You know what it is? I think it's probably, what would it be? It may be late 20s, maybe early 30s when you realise that your parents have money from working for it as well. You know what I mean? And then suddenly you go, oh, wait, that's how they get it. They go to work too. Okay, well, maybe I should shout something here and there. It's when reality hits.
I'm at this weird age now. Well, my kids are at a weird age. Like a 20-year-old and 18-year-old, both are working now.
Yeah.
And they will come home and buy their own drinks. And the other night I was at the stage where I had to go to one of my boys and say, can I have one of your beers, please? It's weird that I'm asking my kids for, can I buy one of your beers? Just one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to do Sean,
no,
Sean, because
that's
their beers are your beers.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And this is the sad thing about all parents listening right now. You're all going, ha, ha, ha. You're going to pay for this child until they die. That's the climate we're in.
That is so
That's
true.
it.
No.
And I talk about it in the show.
Yeah.
You got to enjoy, though, when your kids are toddlers, you got to enjoy that, because what we have now, because basically when we had toddlers in our house, we ran a house like North Korea. It was like a dictatorship.
Yeah.
You know? This is when we're eating. This is when we're going to bed. This is where we're going on holiday. Now,
This is the government accepted haircut.
So now do they think they have a say now?
Yeah, well, there's been an uprising. Like there's insurgents in the house. They question the regime.
Yes.
Like all I wanted for my birthday this year was a seafood paella, but because my oldest boy doesn't eat fish because of the overfishing of the ocean, I got negotiated down to a margarita from Domino's. Not good enough.
No!
Damn your kids and their principles, by the way.
I know. I never taught him that about the overfishing, by the way.
Nobody needs that in their life.
I should have homeschooled him.
Yeah, exactly.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're talking about married people getting hit on when the person hitting on them fully knows they're married.
I just tried Ross's wedding ring on. I've got it on now. Look at his little skinny fingers.
Your sausage fingers. I'm
No,
not
excuse me. They're called man knuckles. # man knuckles.
Yeah.
They're not sausage. They're not. I've seen sausage fingers. I don't have them, and they're not sausage fingers.
Okay.
And that's hard to say.
So what are you saying
What are
about
you
Ross's
saying?
fingers?
That is tiny fingers. Ross.
I have nimble hands.
No, they're not nibble. They're children's hands.
They are very small.
They're pumpkin patch hands.
Now put your wedding ring on before somebody hits on you.
Oh, too late.
That's a
Sam's on
lure.
your leg.
Let's talk to Elisa in High Wycombe. Hi, Elisa.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good Elisa.
Who's the married person who got hit on?
Myself.
Okay, talk us through
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, so I was at home and I had this guy that I knew of who was a friend of a friend
Yeah.
across the road, and the friend had since moved out, so he wasn't going to visit him, and he came, knocked on my door and did a little tap and run and went and stood by the letterbox.
Yeah.
And because he thought my husband was home, which
Yes.
he was, sitting in the lounge room.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So then he proceeded to go, can I give you my number? Because then when your husband goes away, then I can come over and come say hi and come see you.
Well, he said a certain word there a lot. Which I think is what he wanted to do.
How brazen.
Especially when the husband's there. Oh, that's some. Okay, a few things we need to know. Was he at all attractive?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Don't
Because
worry
you know
about it
what? It doesn't matter how happy your marriage is. If they're attractive, you go, oh, you'd have to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Husband goes away a bit.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, how would this work? Oh, probably not.
Thanks, Elisa. Beck's in Sorrento. Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good,
Beck. Are you the married person who got hit on?
I am, and it was a really bizarre scenario. So I actually went to a friend's barbecue. I was really excited. I was going to stay overnight, and there was a whole bunch of people all new people that I'd never met before. I knew the couple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, everything was fine. We were at the barbecue, they had a nice fire, et cetera, everyone had eaten. And at about 10:30, energy in the whole place just kind of changed. When you go, this is something, it's a bit funky.
Something's
There's something in the air. There's something in the air. Yeah.
And anyway,
no.
so I had this guy come up to me, and he was also married, and he said, he's like, I just think you're stunning, and, I would love to, basically take you to bed. And I was like, I'm married. And he's like, I know. He said, just hang on a second. And he came back with his wife.
Oh, my God.
And his wife said, we both think that you're absolutely gorgeous.
Yes. No.
Beck,
And I was like, oh my God. And then it dawned on me that I was like, I had walked into this environment was obviously a swingers party.
Yes.
And then I found out that my friends had been swingers for like 30 years. I had no
I think they
idea.
should have told you beforehand.
So they invited you to a swinger-esque do, and they didn't tell you what it was. What the people?
No, I had
my
no
God,
idea,
come
like a
on.
deer in headlights.
So your
honestly.
husband wasn't with you, though, at the time?
No, he was away. So I was like, I was
by
Yeah. She said, shall I bring any sausages? They said, no, we've got a few here.
like a single girl at a swingers party is apparently
Yeah,
like
popular.
a unicorn, like because
Yeah.
it's
Or
usually
unicorn,
yeah,
as Sean would say.
it's usually like just old gross couples, aren't they? Is that what swingers parties are? I think?
Were they attractive people?
Look, some of them were really attractive, I've got to
Really?
be honest. But, yeah, some of them were.
I thought these
But,
parties were just mainly unattractive people that are together trying to act like they're attractive, knowing they're unattractive.
It's a mix
some
of
of them
all.
probably fell into that category.
Because
Plus
why
Beck.
why are the hot ones there?
Well, maybe they just like doing
that's
it
what
with
they're
other
into.
people's
That's what they're
wives
into.
and
Yeah, but
husbands.
like usually 80% of the other ones aren't hot. So what? The hot ones just golf with the hot ones in the corner.
Isn't there
They
that
heard
place
Beck
in
was
Melbourne
gonna be
that's
there.
Well,
open?
Beck's there. Of course, Beck's always available.
Remember that place in Melbourne we were reading about?
Oh, yes, that swingers club.
Yeah, and they had
that
I
also
reckon they have all those
like celebrities
yeah,
go to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not all logos.
Anyway, so Beck, how long have you been a member for now?
Yeah, needless to say, I wasn't converted, so I took my little overnight bag and came
So
up
the
with
red
it.
flag is sleepover barbecue. I
Oh
think.
my
I think.
God, sleepover barbecue.
Approach with caution.
God.
Unless you're into that
I
sort of
know,
thing.
because you'll never know what they're
people go
planning
for
to
it.
do with the sausages.
Exactly.
Some people go for it.
Lauren's in Butler. Hey, Lauren.
Hi there, guys.
Hi, Lauren.
I've got a bit of a reverse story for you.
Yeah.
So I was single and I was hit on by a married man
Yes.
who didn't care that he was married.
Oh, really?
So
I can't
he was
imagine.
No.
It was awful.
There's a man out there that's done that.
Oh, there's probably lots of them.
Oh,
Are you
Really?
joking?
This is shocking.
Are you saying men are unfaithful? That's insane.
we're very moral people, though.
I've never heard of it. Anyway, keep going.
So he was a police officer that I met through work.
Yes.
And he sent his number through my work, like not directly, didn't give it to me directly, sent it through like to my bosses, and they kind of passed it on down.
Yeah.
We messaged for like maybe a week before we could tee up a time to catch up and go for a drink.
You knew he was married, though?
No, so I didn't know
okay,
any of this at this time. So he's being all lovely, like I'll take you on a helicopter ride and all this stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then I've walked into the pub and he's sitting there with his wedding ring on.
Oh, my
No,
God.
so you've said the ring. You've said something about the ring, of course.
So I'm like, what is that on your finger?
Yes.
He's like, oh, don't worry about it. No, it's fine. We're getting separated. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, so I'm going now. Like, this is not
At
okay.
least Sean takes his ring off.
That's so that's
most
so I don't get
people
hit
take
on.
their rings
It's
off,
easy.
right?
Yeah.
He did not care.
Wow.
Wow, how many times has he done that? That seems like
exactly,
a
that's
very,
right.
Yeah,
That's his
blasé
MO.
Pretty full
Yeah.
on. It's pretty full on.
situation.
Not a nice man. Thanks, Lauren. Veronica is in Wanneroo. Hello.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi, Veronica. What have you got for us?
Hi. I'm going well. This is so exciting.
Oh my God, I'm excited that you're excited. Oh my gosh. All right, Veronica.
Okay.
Who got hit on? Was it you or your husband?
So my husband got hit on, but I want to paint the picture for you guys. He's an ex-Thunder from Down Under.
Oh my God! Bring him in here so I can hit on him.
Shut
Does lightning strike
You
twice?
just rang up to brag,
Are
Veronica.
you kidding me?
It is our claim to fame. So Australia's Manpower, and then they're in Vegas, Thunder
Yeah,
from Down
yeah.
Under.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in love
American,
with
if
this.
you couldn't tell.
Yes.
Yeah. So we met over there, but yeah, he's very hot. So that he gets hit on a lot.
Hey, Veronica, did you meet at one of his shows or not?
That would make a better story, but no, we met at the bar after his show.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Okay, Veronica.
God, he'd still be covered in glitter, wouldn't he? All right, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a plumber. Not as exciting.
Yeah.
But he got called to a job at a massage parlor.
Yeah.
But this massage parlor is known to do extras.
Yes. Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Special handshakes. Yep.
Yeah, so once he was done with the job, the woman at the front stopped him and said, the girls all have a bet going on in the back. They think that your wedding ring is fake.
Oh, that old chestnut, yes.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I like
and
this.
he
Yeah.
said-
Yes.
He
Yeah.
said, no, it's real. I have a wife.
Yeah.
And she said, well, we don't think it's real, and we're going to start breaking some pipes around here if they keep sending you over.
Oh, they want to get their hands on his pipe.
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yeah.
And he told you this. How were you about that? You were fine?
I was like, we still got it, babe.
Anyway, he goes there every Thursday to fix the pipes, and it's all good.
Hey, you better
leaky
not.
taps.
But can I just say, like, you know straight away without even seeing Veronica that both her and
Yes.
her husband are hot as
Oh, yeah,
shit.
for sure.
You know what I mean? It'll be worse if one of you are
Yes.
getting hit on, the other one's not.
Yes.
That would be the worst.
Yeah.
Veronica, anyway, Sean wants to know the name of that business where they
He's got a tight shoulder, that's all.
Need some trigger
I
points worked
don't know
out.
what it's called, but I will go down there and show them that his wife is very real. if
Yes,
they want me.
yes. As if you'd wear a fake wedding ring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's real.
And I know that business, Sean. It's called Sandy's Handies.
Thanks for sharing your hot husband with us, Veronica. Nicely done.
Oh, my God. Who wants to see Veronica's hot husband? Everyone
yeah, we
raises
all
their
do.
hand.
We all do.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
What we're talking about is weird working relationships inspired by the woman who's been an EA for the same person for 7 years.
Yep.
And her boss has never asked her a personal question.
Yep.
Never asked, how was your weekend? Never asked, how's the family? Never inquired after she'd taken sick leave, are you feeling better?
Oh, my God.
If this is happening to you, you can check out the letter, and that was on WA Today, and the expert's response is there.
Yes, yeah,
But we're
okay.
not here to
Be
give help.
experts.
We're
No.
here to find out what happened to you.
We want to hear more stories of the like. Linda, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Happy
Linda.
Friday to everyone.
To you
thanks,
too, Linda. We'd love to ask you
Thank
personal
you.
questions. Have you been in a weird working relationship with someone?
I have. This was many, many years ago. I was in my 20s for a company in East Perth. They're no longer there anymore. It was a weird one. I was the sole person in this. It's like a transportable. It's in a warehouse, but the office was transportable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was the only person there, receptionist, EA. I did the wages. I did everything.
Yes, so you were the admin girl, the office girl.
I was the admin girl, yes. So an all-rounder, put it that way.
Yes.
And, my boss, like, some days he'd come up, he was in a good mood, he'd come up, I'd have a cup of coffee, I'd made myself a coffee, he'd come along with his biscuits. Oh, can I dunk my biscuits in your coffee? Is that okay?
Linda, that's crossing a
And
line.
that was on a regular basis. And
So what would he dip in? His Scotch finger? Or-
No, look, who knows? It was any type of biscuit, put it that way. And so we'd get in his car. Some days he'd have workmen at his residence in Osmosman Park.
Yes.
We'd get in his car. He'd take me there, and I'd have to sit on the couch while he'd go and do whatever he had to do. 2 hours later, he'd come back. We'd go back to the office. So it was just weird stuff
So
that I had
hang
to
on,
do.
wait. So you're saying you had workmen at the house, so you had to go and sit there and kind of supervise while he went off and did other stuff.
Yeah,
And you were just sitting on the couch doing nothing when
I
you
was
should have been.
sitting
You had work
there.
to do back at the office.
Well, yeah, he'd put the TV on for me. I'd watch TV. I'd help myself in the kitchen. But it's sort of like keep an eye on them sort of thing. So he'd go off, do what he had to do, come back, get me, would drive through the city because he had a Mercedes convertible back then. That was like over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And we'd get the stairs. We'd be driving through the city, me and this old guy sitting in the car, and we'd get just stared at because it was just a weird.
He was showing you off,
nice
Linda?
guy.
He was showing her off, yeah.
He was the nicest guy,
Oh, of course
really.
he
I
was,
don't know.
yeah.
It's just
No,
a
but he
weird
dunked his
relationship.
biscuits in your tea.
And I
You'd
just
like to get off your
want
chest, I
to
reckon,
go
Linda.
back to the biscuit thing. If that was to happen in today's work
Yes.
environment, say every day a boss comes and dips his biscuit into your tea or coffee.
Inappropriate. HR, you're calling HR.
You couldn't you? Could you?
know.
It's crossing a line. It's crossing a line.
but it's hard to
Crossing a
prove.
line.
But it's not.
I mean, it's not sexual.
Well,
but
I mean, we don't.
It's
yeah.
but it's crossing
it could
a line.
Be. It could be
Yes.
sexual.
Yeah, it could
Yes,
be.
it's not inherently sexual.
I suppose it's
but
the look on your face when you do it, or if he licks his lips when he does it.
Don't look them in the eye while you're doing it because that's weird.
Or if when they dip their biscuit in your coffee, they go,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We've got another OnlyFans account open. Don't you reckon?
We are talking about weird working relationships. We're hearing some horror stories.
Oh, there's some really great ideas. Tom's in Rolling Stone. Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah,
good,
buddy.
Tom,
All right,
Tom.
we are excited to hear this. What happened?
Oh, well, back when I was going through uni many years ago, I worked for a construction company part-time, and my boss was actually really, really good, excellent. But I was kind of his errand boy, and this one particular time, Sean would appreciate this one. His favourite footy team was Carlton, and Carlton made the finals that year. It was late 90s, and he said, Tom, look, I need you to go down and stand in the queue for the tickets. Back in the day when you had to go and queue up for your tickets. So he gave me $20 and said, get yourself some snacks and a newspaper and go away down to Ticketek.
Yes.
And just give us a call when you're near the front, and my wife will come and buy the tickets. So I stood in the queue for 5 hours.
Oh, Tom.
$20 for 5 hours.
Yeah, but I guess in the 90s, that's a lot of snacks, eh?
Well, he had the one thing that every young man wanted, and that's a newspaper to buy at the time.
I was on my regular hourly rate. The $20 was
Yes,
just
that
for
was just a bonus.
Yeah.
To get him through.
Chockies and Big M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. I know a lot of people do that with some of their staff members when you are trying to get into Roto.
Yeah.
They send the
Oh,
people
is that
down
right?
to the Roto Island Authority
Some
thing.
people with their staff members.
Hey, Tom, so
I
did it
wanna
all
do
go
it.
to plan? 5 hours of waiting, get the tickets?
Absolutely. Got the ticket. Boss was happy. Carlton lost in the final. So
Hey.
Oh, 99?
Good on you, Tom. Thank you. Maddie's in Warwick. Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you?
All right,
Maddie.
Have you had a weird working relationship?
I have. So about 2 years ago, I had just turned 17 and I got a nanny job through a friend. And the mum called me within 10 minutes and we had just a quick little over the phone, this is what you're going to be doing, this is a little bit about us. And then I rocked up on the Monday for my first day. I spent 3 minutes with the mum and then she left the house with these 3 kids.
Oh,
One
and
of
what
the kids
ages?
being- so the littlest was 7 months. So I had 7 months,
7 months.
3 and 6.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
and
what
you're
a handful.
17. Yep. Keep
And
going.
I was 17, yep. So I worked for this family 5 days a week. I started 7 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Whoa.
and I was making the family dinners. I was doing I was going to mum's group.
As a 17-year-old.
A 17-year-old mother of three.
17-year-old. Yeah, I didn't have my license yet, so I was pushing around a double pram and everything. And one day I said I got called in for like a parent meeting. The little girl had got into trouble.
Yes.
You
So I
got
called
called
the
in
mum.
for a parents'
Yes.
meeting. It's blowing my mind. Go. Yep.
So I called the mum and I said, this is the situation. And she said, oh, can you just go in there and do it for me? So off I went into the parent meeting and I had to advocate for my little girl that was 6. And I reckon in the whole 6-7 weeks that I worked for this family, I saw the parents for 20 minutes. I would get there, they would leave. At the end of the day, they would walk me out the front of their house. I didn't have any relationship with these parents. And then ever since, I haven't heard. I raised their children.
Yes.
For those whole 8 weeks, I haven't heard one thing from that family.
And not just that, they don't see it fit to converse with
question
her or anything like that. But yet she is the spokesperson for the family in times
Raising
of trouble.
3 tiny children. And the parents didn't seem to care who was doing it. That's amazing.
They didn't ask for any of my check, nothing. They just, oh, yeah,
You look all right.
Here's our
You'll
3
do.
kids. My parents were shocked. Or everyone was like, what? They're trusting you to... Literally, I did everything and they barely... I don't really even know what their names were. What
that
those
is
names were.
unbelievable, man.
Maddie, did you stay in the childcare industry?
Yes, I am a nanny today.
Hey!
Well, you've got
She's got a taste for it,
It was
didn't
a
she?
solid foundation. You were thrown in the deep end.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Every day is a new opportunity to learn about the world that we live in. Today, we're going to learn about something that happened to a woman named Jen, who is from Montana.
Oh, Yellowstone.
Yeah, Sean. She was celebrating her birthday with a couple of friends. They thought they'd go tubing down the Jefferson River.
Lovely.
Oh, that sounds brilliant.
Sounds delightful so far. What could go wrong?
Well, Natalie, she had a 5-minute fight for her life.
What? That's a long... 5 minutes when you're
5
fighting for your
minutes?
life is a long time.
Fight for her life, along with her friends, all 3 of them fighting for their lives because they were attacked by an otter.
Do you mean like many otters attacked them? Or one otter?
Singular otter.
Surely you can...
This thing.
We see them at the zoo. Everyone's seen the otters at the zoo. They're great. They're
hold
ducking around the
hands while
water.
they're sleeping. They don't attack, do they?
Do you want to see?
Attack
They don't
otters.
attack.
Do you want to see the results of an otter attack? Here is Jen.
She's very scratched up and swollen in the face.
My Lord.
Her face is torn up.
It's like she's been scratched to smithereens, everyone.
So there she is.
On
This
her
is her
face.
body.
Yeah, so there's bite marks.
Bite marks all over her
yes,
body.
bruises.
got
Here
stitching.
is her friend in hospital.
Oh, that's a nasty gash on
So
her
she's
face.
been bitten over her face. She's covered in blood. Here is her friend's ear.
Oh, they bit a chunk off her
They bit
ear.
a chunk off her
Or
ear.
Many chunks. Yes, many bites.
Sorry, you're right. Oh my gosh, Jen says it was just horrifying. She did not think
Which
that they were
bit?
going to make it. She said that they couldn't fight back because of the chaos and the situation and the depth of water they were in. That were helpless. I tried to kick it away, but it'll just get attacked somewhere else.
It does have the advantage of being, a waterborne
They're
mammal.
so quick, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
that's
just
right.
zing.
Yeah. So
Zing-a-zing-
she said it was
zing-a-zing-ah.
vicious. It was relentless. It bit my face in several places, both of my ears, my arms, my hands, my legs, my thighs, my ankle. Her friends were bitten on the hands, the face, on their bottoms. One of the friends' thumbs was shredded. This is one otter. One otter, by the way.
With a taste for human flesh.
And
by
this is the
sounds of
thing.
it.
I'm just like, well, dude, why have we not heard about these killer otter attacks
Oh, for
before?
sure.
Well, there's a reason why. There's only been 60. Jen and her friends are the 60th since 1875.
To be fair, they're the 60th, the 61st, and the 62nd.
There you go.
Three
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
So the Montana Wildlife and Parks have said the situation is rare. Anyone who finds themselves in a situation should be prepared to fight back. They went on to say, fighting back is going to be the best option because they are not going to give up on you, especially if you're in the water. They're going to try to eliminate the threat.
Wow.
Oh, my
Wow.
God. Sorry, otters are seeing human beings and saying, right,
Yes, they're territorial, Sean. So
Sean.
listen to this. River otters tend to be solitary and fairly territorial. They will defend their territories by marking, scratching, and occasionally fighting.
Yep.
Cool.
So
Or
they
just
sort-
chucking all of it in the mix. Because that woman and her friends were torn apart.
They were.
Otters. Otters.
Who would have thought?
So you would never, if you had presented me to an otter, I would never have gone, an otter can cause that much damage. And this is the problem with things that don't look like they're dangerous when they can be. Kittens.
Kittens can be the one. Stress the life out of you.
When I had my kitten, she was so adorable, and I remember I just got her, took her to show my neighbour, and the kitten got scared, and I was holding her sort of up, and she dug her claws into my neck. All four into my neck because she was scared. And when you've got 4 teeny tiny sharp, razor sharp claws in your neck, you can't get them out, because as soon as you get one off, you've only got 2 hands. She's got 4 paws and all the claws, and so you get one off, and then she'd just dig in with the others. It was excruciating.
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah.
And she's a kitten, the cutest thing in the world.
Budgie. You wouldn't think a budgie could hurt you. Bet you there's someone out there's been hurt by a budgie. Bet you someone out there's been hurt by a butterfly. Maybe not the butterfly had a knife, but maybe the butterfly came towards the face and they fell off a cliff. I don't know. But if that person survived, I'd love to hear from them. Let's go to Kirstine. Hi, Kirstine.
Good morning. How are you?
Lady.
Wonderful, Kirstine.
How are you? Good?
Good.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So, around the same time, Chris Hemsworth's here in Rottnest, and he's taking beautiful selfies of quokkas and everything else. So we've gone over for the night, and I'd squatted down to just say hello to one, and I'm talking to it, apologising. I have no water to give it because, I always heard that you're meant to have that.
And if you don't have it, you must apologise.
Yeah, that's it. And
we
I've
know the
got my
customs.
arms up. That's it, use the manners. Yeah. And so then the next thing I think, that's really sweet. He's hugging me. And so he wraps his little claws around my forearm. Yeah. And the next thing, I can feel this pain in my forearm. Yes. And he's bitten me through my dress.
What? You got bitten by a quokka?
I got bitten by a quokka. And... those funny smiley faces that you used to get if you burnt yourself with a lighter?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the mark.
That's the mark that you get if a quokka bites you.
I've never heard of a quokka biting you,
And not
Kirstine.
only that, in such a premeditated way. It wasn't like it was frightened or startled or was defending itself. It's like it went to hug you and then thought when you're least expecting it would sink its teeth slowly into you. It's like it was going to sit there and hopefully she doesn't move. I'm going to devour this human.
And they're vegetarian, aren't they?
They are vegetarian now.
Oh.
Well, you said it was through your dress. Did your dress have lots of plants on it or something? Maybe you just got confused.
No, not at all.
No, Kirstine famously tastes like broccoli.
Cautionary tale, everybody. Jody's in Rockingham. Hello.
Oh, good morning, guys. How are you?
Great, Jodes. Did something cute attack? What happened?
Oh, most definitely did. Quite a few years ago now, we bought a house in Rockingham, and there was this beautiful conifer tree at the front of the house, just near the front door, but there was pure evil living in that bush.
Yes.
And it was a willy wagtail.
They're adorable. What are you talking about?
Oh, not if you have not been continually attacked by one of these things. Just trying to get into your front door was a nightmare, to the point where we had to use an umbrella just to stop it from continually just attacking our head.
Willy wagtail, they get really aggressive to crows and also magpies around the place. Have you seen them? So human being.
They are. They're evil. So anyway, we cut the tree down because that was the only way to get it to move
so you
on.
ruined its habitat.
Oh, yeah,
Keep
well
going.
done.
That would have made it happy.
Yeah,
we cut down its home to try and make friends with it.
Got to make friends with it.
So we displaced it and its whole family to try and bond.
But the funny thing is, I've just moved back to that same area 12 months ago, and its offspring have found me.
Good.
And it is a nightmare. My poor dog.
Well, you know why? You are a cautionary tale that Wiggy Wagtail will tell for generations to come. Oh, that's that woman that took our home.
I know, but the Willy Wagtail started it.
So what happened with your dog and the Willy Wagtail?
Oh, no, it still goes. I've got a little Maltese, and that Willy Wagtail just wants a bit of her every day.
But do they, I've been swooped by a magpie and it drew blood because they've got a big sharp beak. That's what I'm asking. The Willy Wagtail beak, do they peck you? Do they cause any actual damage?
It's more that they get you with their little claws.
I'm sorry. I have not really. I've not been notified too much of the talons that a willy wagtail has.
They get up and about in your face and around you, flapping their wings, but they're not kill you. They're not there to kill you.
Yeah, no.
It's annoying,
The most dangerous, you might get a little bit of like wind on your face.
Yeah, a feather might touch you.
We do have to say though, Jody, Brad Robbins, as you know, ex-Wildcats player, he was once faced with a willy wagtail in his home.
Yes.
And his wife Beck sent us the video. This is Brad and how he's reacting. He's obviously had a run-in with a willy wagtail. He knows how dangerous they are.
Where is it? Oh my God! I've never been this scared in my life. Get it out! Just where's the bird? Oh my God!
It's hard to remember that he was fearsome on court.
He's fearsome.
He was the angry ant. He was just such an amazing defensive player.
Maybe we didn't put enough gravity on Jodie's situation. After
She
hearing
cut down its home.
It's her home too.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.